Mailcall. That's a good book. It's real good. As for the common mob, it was already on the move, greatly stirred as a prospect of exercising tyranny over him, who had himself played the tyrant, and the woman. But how can I explain this to people who do not know them? I myself saw of them whom nobody till then had seen outside the women's quarters, appearing in public and shouting and beating their breasts and lamenting terribly at the Empress's misfortune. But the rest were borne along like minute. There's a note down here. Women inspired to ecstatic frenzy by Annis. And they formed no small band to oppose the offender. Where can she be? They cried. She who alone is noble of heart and alone is beautiful. Where can she be? She who alone of all women is free, the mistress of all the imperial family, the rightful heir to the empire, whose father emperor, whose grandfather was monarch before him. Yes, and great-grandfather too. How was it this low-born fellow dared to raise a hand against a woman of such lineage? How could he conceive so vile a thought against her? No other soul on earth would dream of it. Thus they spoke and hurried together, as though they intended to fire the palace. And this goes on. I'll take it off. Oh, that's a good one. And I just want to skip so bad right here. There is no doubt that it brought about a host of calamities. One or two of them I will describe, and leave my readers to deduce from them the nature of the rest. Here I will deviate somewhat from the main narrative for one moment. In well-governed cities, there inscribed on the citizens' rolls the names not only of the best persons and men of noble birth, but also of people whose origin is obscure. And military authorities observe this custom no less than civil magistrates. Thus, anyway, was the system followed by the Athenians. And in those cities which emulated their form of democracy, in our polity, however, this excellent practice has been contemptuously abandoned. Nobility counts for nothing. The process of corruption has been going on in the Senate for a long time. It is, in fact, a heritage of the past. For Romulus was the first to encourage this kind of confusion we see now. Today, the citizenship is open to all. No doubt, you could find not a few wearing civilized clothes who formerly conveyed themselves in goat's hair cloak. Many of our governors are, I'm sure, ex-slaves whom we bought from barbarians. And our great officers of state are entrusted not to men of stamp of Pericles or Themistocles, but to worthless scamps like Spartacus. Open the box first. Let me pull it up here. I can do that. is in a book. Or in a bag box. Or in a created bag. Yeah, it's cardboard. Mailcall. Let's see. It says Gorham Boat Anchor, like a Birmingham, but it's not. It's different than a stamp. I have to get the scales out. But it's better than coin. It's like a big, pretty coin holder. Cool. Take the wallet from the bag to the holder to the invoice to the love letters. Knock it all out. Oh, it's falling. Gotta sort that. Put the jelly up. Put and do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Oh yeah, I need a whole bunch of wrappers. Like not bags, but what do you call these things? These things, yeah. That way I don't get fingerprints all over it. Because I really can't even look at them until I got them in something without getting my fingerprints all over them. Oh, I still got clips in there I gotta get out. Oh yeah, I don't want to move them wrong until I get there. That is few. Let me put a few of them in there so I can look at them. Pause it just a minute. I like that plate. Make a good ashtray or cereal bowl. Alright. It's getting so crowded here, but I got a few started. Look at them in a minute, but I'm gonna have to move that bowl and then work on these some more. I got several more bags over here. And I'm gonna have to just make do with what I got until I get that other box of larger disc for the large Aztecs, as well as the Eisenhower type stuff that would really suit this better. Anyway, let me move this. Well, coming along. Got a pile of junk over here, scrap, and just some bulk odds and ends. That buffalo. It is one thing though. This is an earlier one because it's got a date on it, unlike some of the other ones. You can see that thing has got some gold all over it. But I'm nowhere near done. I still got a stack over here, so I'll work on it. I like all these birds though. those birds. I like those birds. Let it get busy. Yeah. Give me the simple life and all that good stuff. And it is a labor of love, though. I have a time off, but I'm getting tired of opening all these caps, and I'm still not done. I got a small stack. There's at least a Morgan. And I got a few small halves and whatever's over there. But I'm going to take a break and get an orange juice and a smoke. And I'll come back in a second. I need a thimble or something. Hey, I like sterling thimbles and pin cushions. Well, that was fun. It wasn't quick, though. So I ended up with about $30 worth. Face value, silvers. And that was like, is $21 like in like American something. And that's if, and I'm thinking it is, because Panama at the time, I'm going to call that American. So that's going to round off that 21st dollar. Needing about a $50 worth of coin. And that's about it out of that dollar. And and then the other, I haven't even looked at the dates. Just got to lay it out though. But it's fun. It's fun to lay it out and kind of figure out by date what it is. And the best thing is it's in a container, even the copper or anything. And then that was like about another $10, or I guess that would be $21, and then $9 in junk. Or foreign, well, no, I can't say that. $8 in crown. And the new one was, I do like it though. Is the Liberty and the Britannia together. It's going to be interesting. If the other ones are going to be written from the bottom side up, that way Liberty's on top. But then the Britannia, to go with it, you need. So I got to get that and get it in a capsule. Because I like looking at that one. And being that year, just a solid ounce with the Queen. At a 2-pound head. But I like Britannia. Yeah. A chick with a trident. She's getting a frog gig. She's going frog gigging down at the golf course. I used to run around down there but there's, yeah, look at that. And then just the maple. But with the transition, I needed Charlie Brown. Right? And I honestly only got the one. The same thing with Miss Liberty over there. Just the 124. What's the back? With the flyer. because the 16, like the 16 Britannia set, oh no, excuse me, that was a 10. But, so the 10 doesn't have a flying eagle. The 24, so I needed one of those. The new 24, the new Charles. And honestly, I only got the 23s. Show the difference. Only two of those. Two 23s. With the flyer. And we said the 10 didn't. What's the 1? It's nice I can hold them and not get ink fingerprint all over them. I still should be using my glove though. This is the banner and shield from an 01. The 12. Banner and shield. The 18. Shield. So I guess it was 22. And there was 315s to box up. Oh, and a little old. That's the American. But the Canadian junk was the Krugerrand, yeah. I like the Liberty. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one. Now that I can look at it. It's the restrike ounce. But I like the definition. And I love the lettering. And this right here is the reason I have to get my Eisenhowers. See how it's not completely closed, but I'll go get them off camera. Because I got to put up freaking... Those big Aztec rounds are big too. The face that's like similar to this. Anyway. But bigger than that. But I like that. And this is just as like a teaching lesson because our word dollar, it's funny. And it's funny, it was like our first Continental Congress, was it 1797 or whatever, they voted. It was like, whoa, the first thing we're going to talk about is what? All right, how are we even going to talk? So they voted, and they were like, well, how are we even going to talk? So I didn't even vote, know how I was going to talk. So, you know, they voted, and you know who won, but you know who didn't win? And you know who won, and you know the ratio by one vote? So, obviously, I'm speaking English now, but German lost out by one vote. Or I would be speaking the Dutch. It's like the Dutch. And the Dutch name for the thaler or whatever, you could say that. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right? 1780, dude. I like the Hegel, though. That's... And yeah, it's like somebody buffed it with an eraser on the nose and cheek a little bit. But anyway, they're just they're shiny metal as a teaching. So the dollar. So anyway, their word dollar is their dollar, their coinage, their of the land. Is we adopted the dollar. We just said dollar because our tongues are like that. That's neat. I like that. This is a neat, yeah. And no, I can't do much, but yeah, listen, if you just stay home, because the price of my Big Macs cost $1. That's about what it cost me right there. McDonald's. And delivery. Oh yeah, so I can touch that. And the Canadians, I love these things. And they're fun. And when you get back, there's different varieties. The most known is this, but I like the tiki. It's another box. But I need well, that's in a box, but that's the Charlie Brown. Yeah. So maple. For Charlie. And I didn't have one of these. And it's not like the most nostalgic collection, or I'm not trying to be all that nostalgic collector anyway, but just the fact the Olympics, and I like this Indian dance, and I'd like the snake, that's why I like that Spanish coin. So in Panama, Balboas, everybody knows, but the that conquistador hat, but and the great thing is if you drop them, whether they're copper, whatever. Hey, I got to get the big ones for even the Eagles don't fit completely right. Yeah, I like it. But I'm thinking that was before our Georgia boy with more teeth than sense gave the Panama Canal away. People critique him for other stuff, but that's, I think, a beef, a legitimate beef. But they give local stuff away from people, so I mean, what do you? That's just a way up for scrap right here. There's some junk. And that I got to put in a bigger case. See, or I could just wear it as a necklace. Just a handful of halves. Nothing special. And the bands, they're, I don't know, reasonable. It's not going to focus, but they're reasonable. But I like the, just, and everybody needs a shiny golden with a 64 Kennedy in there for keychain. But it's so shiny I don't want to bang it up. That's so toned. I love it. There's really no need to put it in a capsule. You can hold it forever now because it's got a glaze entirely. And there's one without the glaze. And there's one on its way to the glaze. This is probably still on a chain. It's that other half. It'll fit in the 46 millimeter. It's not Gettysburg, but we don't share with the Union round on this one. It just says, "In God we trust." The whole thing's tarnished. I would weigh it, but is in the detail. Yeah. This had lots of sweat on it. And probably will not get retired even when I got to get them out for the big other ones though. To wrap them up. Anyway, that's the half. I think the 36 was the Gettysburg, yeah. It was in a case though already. This is the 20. It's neat. The tarnished ones next to. You can clean them. They're beautiful. But the details, they really, yeah. If they're not that fine, I wouldn't dare like try to shine them. That one, I mean, this one's fine. It's not going to show up on camera. This one's writing is really detailed. It's pretty fine. With that extra rim on the outside, they kept it from rubbing on the chest. And not being worn too bad. Anyway, there's that. Yeah, the dish. The dish is cool. The Morgenthau. Let's see. We can touch them now. There's 179 and 1900 and 187 and 289s and 180. My big Aztec reminder to put that up with the buffalo. I was glad I got that in a wrapper with the date. There's a peace dollar that needs to be cleaned. There's something old and something new, and not a pence, but a German Finnen. Something to look at. And that was 180 with 87. And then a 97. And we'll just put all these with the 21 commons. But we're not going to shine them up. We're going to leave them like that right there. Just like the tarnish on that plate. The buffalo. This put all that up. Just get one look. And that's a good reason we got them in cases. Because we just dropped the 1900. Now, it might be futile. Might be futile. Mail call! I hear the dog in there. Sterling with a boat and a pig and a model number and a word. This is Gorham, Gorham Sterling. So that's a pretty little dish. And we'll put it all in there with another one. We'll stack dishes up.